Welcome back to more Lionheart. We have just escaped the pit of the slavers and now are talking to Senor Leo, and it's time to continue our journey.
Sadly, I could not recover all of your possessions, though I did save these few items.
Alright, so it gives us some starter gear. That's not bad.
Now then, my friends call me Signor Leo. And you, my friend, undoubtedly have questions, yes?
Alright, how did you know to rescue me from the slavers?
Although we have never met, we do have much in common. We both bear ancient spirits within us, and these beings have known each other through many ages of man. My spirit sensed the power awaken within you only days before your capture by the slavers.
Why'd you save me?
Our spirits are old allies in an eternal struggle that they are eager to rejoin. I saved you because I think you may come to play a role in the coming troubles, though you may not think you're worth so great now. See, my friend, what would you like to know about?
Alright, why did they capture me?
Ah, you don't remember. The trauma of your spirit's manifestation and your capture will likely affect your memory for some time. You were in a village market when your power decided to reveal itself. Fearing black magic, the villagers sold you to slavers, who in turn tried to sell you to the Inquisition. These are difficult times, child, but know that you have friends here in Barcelona.
Alright, what power?
I think you understand now that there is something different about you. You possess a spirit, one of great strength. It is clear that someone else wants the power hidden within you. Someone strong or foolish enough to defy the Inquisition. A legacy has been passed down to you. A special power that has been in your family for many generations. Do not repeat this to anyone you do not trust, for speaking this to the wrong ears could endanger you. There is a spirit within you, an old mystic being that enables you to wield magic.
Alright, so the spirit lets us use magic. He already told us that.
Humans normally possess no innate ability to cast magic. Only by binding a spirit can one tap into magical energies. You have such a spirit within you, and you can develop your magic talents further if you desire.
Alright,
See,
that's
my
fine.
friend, what would you like to know about?
Who sent those assassins to attack me?
Certainly no friends of yours, or mine. They were trained assassins, to be sure, but who sent them? I do not know.
Alright,
It
Leo.
would surely
You
be
are
in
not
your
being a
best
whole lot of
interest
help
to
here.
find out. But although their source is mysterious, I suspect I know their motives.
Alright, why'd they come to attack?
I think you
Yeah,
understand
the spirit.
now that
Okay,
there...
whatever.
See, my friend, what would you like to know about?
Alright, tell me about Barcelona.
Nueva Barcelona. She is the center of it all. The meeting of the minds. Our greatest hope. You stand at the Gate District, the prosperous market of the
Okay.
city. To the north is the beautiful Temple District. And to the east, you will find the Port District. You will find a wide variety of interesting people and powerful societies within Barcelona.
Alright, tell me about the different factions inside of Barcelona.
Without question, the most powerful group in the city, if not all of Europe, is the Inquisition. You will also find many of the Knights Templar in the city. Either of those orders would prove to be a valuable ally. There are also other smaller societies and guilds lurking in the city.
Alright, so we're given a general quest. As far as which way we should go, let's go ahead and find out how we ally ourselves with factions.
I would advise you to explore this city and meet the leaders of the different factions. Gaining their trust may prove difficult, but in these uncertain times, it will benefit you to have strong allies against whatever enemy seeks you.
Alright,
Check your quest log by pressing the book icon.
yeah. Alright, farewell for now. We will definitely be hearing from Leo again shortly. But it is time to get started. I've had enough of just standing around doing nothing.
Here, or at my workshop in the Port District.
Yep, see ya. Alright, game's gonna autosave, he's gonna walk on, and now we are finally free to
Accomplish
control our character.
Perhaps I should return to my workshop?
And you can hear
Or
Leo
perhaps I
muttering
should
to
paint
himself
outdoors.
about what he wants
This
to do.
tree would make
Apparently
an
he's got
excellent
ADD or
subject.
something. Let's go ahead and check out what inventory he gave us. He gave us healing potion, arrows of infinity that never run out, bolts that never run out, and a bow. Since we are spec'd into doing range damage, let's go ahead and equip our bow and arrows. You will find different types of arrows, arrows of ice and fire, and all sorts of good stuff later on. But that's pretty much all he's given us. We can go ahead and spend our skill points, and I'll show you the skill tree. 5 different disciplines: fighting, thieving, divine magic, thought magic, and tribal magic. You can see I've already got some basic points that the game starts you off with in unarmed, one-handed swords, two-handed swords, ranged, and evasion. You got find traps, pick locks, sneak around, and then diplomacy, which you use to talk people into certain quests and to negotiate buying and selling of items. Divine magic is a branch of magic I'm not going to use. Same thing for thought. The 2 that I've picked were necromancy and protective. And right now you start off with a basic amount of skills. You can get more. The more points you put into it, you can unlock other skill trees, and each spell becomes more powerful the more points you put into the overall tree. We have 25 skill points. We started off with 10 for picking ascetic, and then we gained 15 because we automatically start off at level 2. What I'm going to do to start with is work on my diplomacy, as there's a lot of talking to people in the very beginning of the game, and it will become increasingly less useful the further on you go. But it is a very good thing to start off with. I'm going to bump it up to 40, which will get me well enough to start things off, and then I'm going to put the rest into ranged weapons. You can see this is a tag skill, and by tagging it we gain 2 points for every skill point we put into it, and later on that will go down to 1 to 1, and then sometimes you have to put 2 just to increase the number by 1. It's definitely got a declining return, but it is good to go ahead and start us off with ranged weapons, as the basic fighting is going to be fairly important right off the bat. We're going to need a little bit of it, but raising the talk skill is going to help us a lot more in the beginning of the game. We also get a perk. This is one of the RPG elements that you'll see in many games. There's quite a few perks you can pick from. They become unlocked the further along in the game you are. There's some level restrictions. There's also some stat restrictions on as far as which ones you're able to pick. There are not a whole lot to pick from in the very beginning that are going to be worth using for the whole game. However, the one I always like to pick at the very beginning for almost every playthrough is going to be fire evasion. You add 2 to your armor class automatically, and then any fire attacks do 15% less damage to you. And given the choices you have at the very beginning as far as how useful they're going to be, that is definitely the one that I would pick. So we're going to take a little bit less damage from fire, as you can see. We take a 19% defensive resistance on fire, the 4 from the luck, and then the 15 we just got from our stats, and a little bit of resistance for the other elements. Not a big deal, but we are just level 2. Once we increase in level, we will do a lot better. Now we can go ahead and start exploring the starter level and see what we've got on this first screen. You'll notice there are little orbs that are hidden around. Blue would be for mana and red for health, and I will show you in just a minute what they do. We obviously don't need health or mana right now. But first up, looks like we've got a couple of goblins. Let me turn on the status tab so you can see. And they've got names, Bloodjund and Hrubjub, which means that they are more important than your average goblin. But I guess that's going to have to wait till next time, as we're already up to 10 minutes, and we want to finish off on the right foot. I will see you guys next time.